I definitely see myself on your television or possibly in a movie theater in 5 years, even in 10 years. I enjoy the entertainment industry for a variety of reasons. Obviously, the most obvious one would be that I like to entertain people. That's why I enjoy it. It's a platform for me to create things and show them to people and take them out of the headspace they want to exit. This is a world where everybody's got to go to work and there's grievances and stress and whatnot. Entertainment is a source of relief, and I take great pride. And it's an honor for me to be a source of relief for people. I enjoy that, sincerely. I really do. So I'm going to stay in this industry one way or the other, and I foresee myself being in the wrestling business in 5 years, definitely. And I foresee myself being very fulfilled because I've learned a lot over the last 2 years, and there's been a lot of silver linings, and I'm definitely looking to exercise those to become a better version of myself for everyone. And I have to address this. You had mentioned Hunter or Triple H. I've never met him. I don't know where the story came up exactly first in the dirt sheets. I don't really pay too much attention to them. But I've never met him. I think it's cool, and I think it's kind of flattering that those stories circulate, but I'd like to meet him. If someone can make that happen, that would be great. That would be awesome. So
definitely read that.
You can have him on the show next time.
Yeah, definitely read that on the dirt sheets for sure. Now
I've read a lot of stuff on the dirt sheets.
Yeah, not all of it's true. Yep.
Yeah, and it's like, again, I know it's not meant to be malicious or whatnot. It's fun to fantasize about that stuff, but unfortunately, that hasn't happened yet.
A lot of good matches and a lot of strong independent wrestlers that are still out there kind of making their way. And I know you're going to stay mysterious about it. You're not going to say where you're going to end up, but it is great to see you kind of all over the place and kind of making your stamp all over the world.
Well, thank you. And I'll tell you too. You don't have to read a dirt sheet. I'll just tell you the truth. If any of them had asked me this, I would have told them this as well. But I don't know where I'm going to end up yet. And that doesn't bother me, and it shouldn't bother anybody else. This is a huge decision. This is a life-changing decision, and I enjoy the idea of commitment. So when I make the decision of which direction I'm going to go in, I need to be 100% committed in my mind, and I need to have everything the way I think it should be. And, I understand the speculation that people are making, and it doesn't bother me. It's cool. What's wrong with being the subject of conversation in the pro wrestling industry and sports? Nothing. I'm flattered by it and I'm humbled by it, but the truth of the matter is I don't know where I'm going next. I have ideas, let me tell you, and I'm in conversations with many different channels, but there's just such a massive amount of embellishment out there. Sometimes I feel bad reading it, but I'm like, just mind my own business and be over here. So.
It is crazy, and I guess you're right. I guess none of the dirt sheets actually are asking you. They're kind of assuming or maybe making up or maybe getting a source or something that claims that they know, but they don't know.
Yeah, I feel bad because, if they're paying that source, somebody's, probably making a pretty penny off of it, and the source is wrong. So, I don't know how all that stuff works. I don't know. But, again, I don't take any offense to it, and I don't mean to be challenging for anybody. But the truth of it is that I'm still observing my options, and I'm sure anyone can understand that, again, a decision like this is something I really need to weigh in on. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Is there anywhere where you say to yourself, man, I got to wrestle there, or oh man, I not just permanently. I'm just saying oh, I want to get back to Japan, or I got to wrestle New Japan, and maybe it's not somebody in mind. Maybe it's not oh, I got to wrestle Okada. Maybe it's just I really want to wrestle in Japan for New Japan, or I want to wrestle for All Japan, or no. Is that ever in your mind? I want to wrestle someplace?
I really want to see. For me, that's an easy one. I would want to wrestle anywhere and everywhere. Because anywhere and everywhere is different. Every place you go will be different. It has a different roster. It's a different culture. It's a different place. It's a different presentation. I see fun in every single direction. I don't see a bad time in any direction. For me, I mean, hell, I'll be over personal with you. I dictate the decision that I'm going to make based on how effectively I'm going to be able to take care of my family. I have a huge family. And without putting it all out there, man, people are getting old, you know, and a man has to step up at some point in his life and decide how he's going to support the people that raised him. You know what I mean? That's where my mind is at. I make a lot of the decisions at this point in my life based on what the long-term support system is going to look like. All of my decisions are made from there. And it's easy for me because, like I said, it's fun in every direction. I'm going to have a blast any direction I go in. So it's nothing but good options, no matter which way I look at it. I just got to find the best option for everything.
I love it because one of those guys like you doesn't come along, you know, all that often. Just the size, the look, the ability, the differentness, the uniqueness. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of where you end up. But this Saturday, you will end up at 2300 Arena, the old ECW Arena, the old stomping grounds at Philly for MLW for Fightland, wrestling the filthy one himself, Tom Lawler. So that is going to be the next stop, and hopefully some more matches to come in MLW, maybe even Tim Thatcher rematch. That would be pretty cool.
I think at this point anything is possible.